I was in a beauty salon the other day and the topic that came up is very interesting. And I thought I would share my opinion on this certain concept. There was obviously a young woman, let's say for example she's about 22 years old, getting advice from other older women, some of them were married, saying that what is your, there goes all my chips, my biscuits are all gone now. Anyway, this person was just asking about your perspectives on marriage and is marriage worth it? And there was a lot of people at this beauty salon. Like let's say there was probably about 4. That's a lot of people, including me. And they all went around saying their perspective about how negative marriage is, don't get married, you don't have to get married, why would you get married for? Giving their expertise or projecting their insecurities onto this young woman. Now, I kept my mouth shut up until the last point where I just couldn't take it anymore. And it really put it into perspective of how bad negative expectations are and what you're telling this young woman. Now, I get it. Not all marriages have a certain level of respect, understanding. I know that we don't live in a fairy tale land. You know, the Disney concept of marriages doesn't exist. Let's be honest here. I'm also a relationship counselor, so I know that this doesn't exist. But needless to say, it was extremely problematic. You're normalizing this young woman not to get married. And let me give you some perspectives. For happily married couples, like Muslim couples, they don't actually speak about their happy marriages because they fear the eye. So all these young women are actually getting advice from are women's relationships or relationships that went horrible. It's no wonder these young women that wanted to get married or engaged are absolutely scared shitless. And that's one fact. Let's say you are telling this young woman not to get married. Do you know how extremely problematic that is? Like, they will be so scared of not getting married and making their relationship halal, they can actually create and do some form of zina. Like, you're normalizing that. And zina taints the soul. It actually taints the soul. So yeah, okay, you don't want your marriage to get the evil eye, but what do these girls have to look up to? Whoop, there goes my phone. What do these young women have to look up to other than bad and negative experiences from other women? Like, I get it. Like I said, I don't expect everyone's relationships to be sunshine and rainbows, but give a different perspective of advice than, oh, don't get married, it's not worth it, go live your life. What life? Did you forget that in Islam we're supposed to get married? That women and men are not designed to live their life on their own? There's a certain level of companionship, of fulfillment of one another. Now put having kids on the side. Now in hindsight, I get it. Yeah, she wants to live her life, she wants to have a career, I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. But also there's nothing wrong for looking for companionship in a spouse. But I think this generation is so damn scared of commitment. They fear the worst case scenario because all they're getting advice from are women whose relationships are failing or failed. We women whose relationships are going okay or content, you're going to be more likely to be content, let's be honest. You're more likely to be content in your relationship than happy all the time or sad all the time. You spend a lot of time doing this. That's fine. As long as it's not up and down, that's completely fine. We have to have a good level of balance of everything. But if all these young women's relationships advice is getting, oh, don't get married, it's horrible, my husband did this and my husband, come on. What do you give the next generation to look up to if you don't want them to get married? Like, let's be honest here. Look at the level of advice that you're giving to your Muslim sister. And clearly I've been ranting for a little bit too long because I'm starting to get passionate about this issue. Listen and pay attention to the advice that you're giving the younger generation about marriage. And take a look at what they're going to do with your advice. Is it going to help them? Or are you going to prepare them for reality? That's what you have to pay attention to. It's not your job to project your insecurities onto other people. It's problematic. Instead, I'll give them useful advice on how to protect themselves rather than say, just don't get married, go live your life. Like, what kind of advice is that? If you want the truth about marriage, yes, it's scary, but there is a lot of forgiveness involved in a successful relationship. There's a lot of compromise. There's a lot of respect. There's a lot of boundaries. But guess what there's more of? There has to be more communication and comprehension. You can't be an I in a marriage. It's always we. How can we tackle the problem? And that's the secret to a successful marriage. I said what I said. Let this go viral or not, I could not care less. For those who want to hear it, will hear it.